Hey guys, Gary from DIY Electronics and my hot pepper Serrano. I like to do some crypto mining with my hot pepper Serranos. I got some other Moto G's all over the place. I got a Google 4, Pickle 4a over there. Everything's working fine. So I'm gonna load up CCminer on my hot pepper. All right. Well, I did. And it doesn't work. And I'm going to tell you guys why it does not work. Even though it has Android 10 on it, okay, which is the lowest Android build number that you can have for CCminer to work. It does have the Android 10 again, but it doesn't have the proper architecture on the CPU. Your architecture has to be 64-bit, and these Serranos only run at 32-bit. Now, a lot of your phones out there, unless you know exactly where to look, you actually have to put this into fast boot mode and look around to find your architecture for these phones. I'm going to show you an easy way to do it through Ubuntu, so that if you start loading up CCminer, it works hunky-dory all the way through until that first time you hit that ./start sh, the whole program crashes, and that thing will not do anything until you actually force it to stop and go back in. It'll let you go in there. It'll let you update the Ubuntu. You can change all of your information in the nano config file. You can change all of that. You can put in your usernames and everything. Everything looks like it's working fine until that first time you hit that start sh, and the whole freaking program just scrambles. All right. So if you've been pulling your hair out like I did on this until I figured out, I actually went to Retro Mike's page, and you know what I did? I read his page. Isn't that unusual? Nobody reads that stuff. They just download it and hopefully it works. Well, I went in there and read it, and Retro Mike has already had this problem with other people, so he has it right in there that you have to check your architecture or his program is not going to run properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my phone over here, and I'm going to put it up on the screen for you, and I'm going to show you exactly what's going on, and then I'm going to show you how to get into your phone, all right, and check the architecture on it, so that, you know, if it's 32, don't go any further. Your phone won't work. Just throw it in the trash, because it's you know, old architecture. But what I have to do first is I got to find Let's View, and I got to get that ready, because that's what I'm going to use. All right, let me go over here, and I'm going to switch you guys over to my desktop. And you know what? My Let's View, I've got to, that's my old view here. All right. So I want to share my screen, and I'm going to say start now, and here we are. There's my screen. Now guys, now if you look, this is Retro Mike's page right here. It says wait for the install, wait for it to install, enter Ubuntu and log into your account, and then the first thing he says to do is hit ls CPU. And if your architecture isn't Arch64 or the CPU mode isn't 32 or 64-bit, then do not bother to continue. All right. Now this is kind of it leads you in the wrong direction. I think what he's supposed to mean is if it's 32-bit, forget it. If it's 64-bit, you're okay. All right. So your phone is not running a 64-bit operating system, so you have to be running a 64-bit. This is kind of confusing, but he needs to reword this a little bit. All right, let me go over and let's go to Ubuntu, and I'm going to show you. Matter of fact, I'm going to go to Ubuntu because it's already crashed on me once. Hang on, I got to go over here, press and hold, app info, and I want to force stop it, or it won't let me show you the example here. Okay, so now I go into, let me put that in the center of the screen for you. Matter of fact, I'm going to maximize it. so you can watch and see what happens. So I'm going to go to Ubuntu, and I'm going to show you. It seems like it's running fine. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But once you hit that start sh, the whole thing just crashes. So you can go cd, CCminer. Right, everything's working fine. We can go nano, config, .json. Oops, I spelled that wrong, didn't I? Nano config JSON. Hit enter. Yep, right here. You can go right through, change all of your information. Okay, and then of course you go Control X. And then you would actually have to hit yes because you changed something in there. So now your miner is ready to start mining. So let's do it. ./start.sh. Enter. What the heck? Says home DIY CCminer not found. So it can't even find CCminer anymore. That's how it crashed. Alright, so now let's go and do what Retro Mike said to do before you even go any further. He said to hit LS CPU. LS CPU. Enter. Alright. So now, let's see, I gotta pull this down a little bit. If you guys look right here, it says the architecture is ARM version, maybe ARM version 71, but it really doesn't say on the CPUs. It just says 4. Nowhere else does it say CPU 64 or anything like that. So what you need to do is, if it says architecture, you don't know what that ARM whatever the heck is, just go out on the internet. Let me just close this. Go out on the internet, and I did it right here. I went ARM 71. Matter of fact, I'm going to do it right up here, guys, just so you can see it. V71. And we'll go enter. And it says right here, the ARM version 71 is a 32-bit architecture. Alright. Let me come back here. So guys, if you have problems, okay, say that your CCminer keeps on crashing, you know, the very first time that you got a phone, you probably have a couple of phones in your drawer or something like that, and just, oh yeah, the Android 10, 11. But if your architecture is wrong, it will not run CCminer. You might be able to run CGminer because that's a solo miner, but on CCminer and a lot of the other miners out there, you have to be running 64-bit. That's one of the reasons that Play Store got rid of Varus mining, because it was causing too many crashes on people's phones, and apparently Google just said, forget it, we're not even going to allow that Varus mining on our platform, because people just don't understand. They got to have the proper phone for it to work, so they took it off. That's just what I'm thinking. Anyways guys, if that helped you, thumbs up, thumbs down, hit the like, subscribe, ring the bell, and all that other stuff, and tell me, you know, when I always have a lot of people say, you don't know what freak you're talking about. But anyways, I'm sure this helped a lot of people. More to come, guys.